Yes, people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Yash Talks Football. We're going to talk about something that's happened over the past couple of days, and that's relating to racism, and that is regarding the Enzo Fernandez situation, along with other teammates, obviously, and of the Argentine squad, and their comments about French players with African descent. But before they get into it, make sure you are like, sub, and sharing the content around, getting a bit closer to 1:30. So let's get that going as quick as possible. Now, after Argentina won the Copa America, they done their usual celebrations, but then Enzo Fernandez went live on Instagram, I believe it was, and we heard chants, obviously in Spanish, so I sort of had to get it translated to actually understand what it actually means. They were singing along the lines of about, I think it was regarding to Mbappe mainly, because I think his mum's Angolan, I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure, and his dad's Cameroonian. They were basically mocking the fact that the French team has African descent in it, and basically just racial comments, really. Now, look, me personally, from a person that is of an ethnic minority, because I am of Indian descent, look, people, this has caused a massive uproar, and I get why, because it's ignorance from the Argentine players, really. Let's be real, because you can say that people, they need educating, they need taught the ways. But for me, look at the players you had there. You have Enzo Fernandez, who's been playing in England for quite some time now, about nearly 2 years. Bearing in mind he's at Chelsea and they have a lot of black players, let's be real. Liverpool, McAllister, he was in the video. I think Alvarez was probably there as well. Di Maria's played in England and had to play for Real Madrid as well. And I can't remember who they had at the time. Maybe Marcelo was there. Who else was there? Can't remember, but he has obviously played with he's playing in Portugal as well. Let's not forget that, where most of their quite a lot of their population is I think Angolan, I believe it is. And look, the comments they made, they're not okay. Let's be real, because you can't be mocking the Argentine, like sort of mocking the French players like that when. I haven't done my full research on the history of Argentina, but I'm certain. Look, they speak Spanish. They were colonized by Spain. I know that for definitely, but also linking back to like the old slave trade times, I'm pretty sure it was when a whole uproar happened with that. I haven't really fully researched it, but there was sort of background to that. And look, Enzo Fernandez is the one who's going to get the main front of that for sure, because he was caught filming it. He plays for Chelsea and has had players unfollow him after this. I think Wesley Fofana was one of them. There has been also other players coming out trying to defend it, really. I think the only one who hasn't come out of high profile is Lionel Messi, and I think he had to apologise, I'm pretty sure. There was some quotes on Twitter that I saw earlier about it. Even, I think, was it the Argentine president that came out as well saying that's basically who they are. Now, look, just you're honest about that, I get that, but at the same time, it's 2024, the quotes come out on Twitter. We live in a diverse society now as well, and you're saying that, and you're expecting it to not cause a massive, uproar. For me, look, it's the whole situation's a mess. I think it's more ignorance, really, from the Argentine squad, and they should all be held accountable. They need to be educated, but at the same time, it's 2024. There is social media everywhere. Social media is very diverse. There's people there who have played in countries and any teams with players of African descent. And even McAllister, that's the one that rings a bell, because he's of Irish descent and he is playing for Argentina. I don't get how, look, it's honestly just a mess, really. And look, Enzo's getting the forefront of it, rightly so. He was the one streaming it. But I found a clip of the stream on Twitter, and at no point was any Argentine there saying, look, get the phone out of the way, stop doing this, which shows it's part of their culture. Let's be real. South Americans are known for having that sort of prejudice, and it's unfortunate, really. But and the only way he stopped was when people were spamming the live chat on Instagram saying, turn it off, turn it off. And that just shows that team needs to be educated, they need to be disciplined. They need to know that, look, the industry they're in is diverse, let alone the fact on social media. Football is a diverse sport. There's Argentines out in Portugal, there's Argentines in England, in Spain. There's maybe some in France. Well, there was one in France. Lionel Messi played in France at one point. Some in Germany as well. They need to be just educated, really, and it's unfortunate to see because of how the fact that we're in 2024 and people still need to be sort of brought up on about this. But look, it's just the way society is, really, and you can't really say much about it apart from they're getting what they deserve, really. The ignorance to even have this out on social media, and being drunk is not an excuse, let's just be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. Make sure you are like, sub, and sharing the content around. A video that I didn't want to have to make, but I think it had to be sort of addressed, really. And it will be interesting to see what happens to everyone when they come back to their domestic clubs and how their fans, the media, the players react. But yeah, let's have to wait and see. But yeah, like, sub, and share the content around. I'll see you a lot in the next video in a bit.